So, if you guys don't know, I'm in Ghana right now. I'm joined by two very special guests. Today we have a Authentic African, the Ghana Gamble collaboration. I am here with
Legally MASAH
and
Kenye.
okay, and you guys have always asked, when am I going to be back live with those two girls? And I know this is who you mean. So we're back live. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. It's been one of those days. We did 2 episodes of the Ghana Gamble today. And we are now going live on my platform. So we're shooting all kinds of content today. But before we get into it, I know we're a little bit late, but I need to know. Give me a thumbs up so I know that you guys can hear me. And also let me know where you are watching from. Let us know where you're watching from. 24, I did get your email. I've been traveling this last week. I will respond to you, my G. Don't worry. I'll respond to you. Okay, that's how you put their stuff on the screen. There you go. Nice. Tito Acevedo, what's up, bro? Said first. What's up, Tito? 24 is in the UK, so you can hear me. Nice. Tito's in Buffalo, New York. When was the last time I was in Buffalo? We got California. We got Nigeria. We got California again. Thumbs up so you guys can hear us. Nice. And can you guys hear us from TikTok? Let us know if you guys can hear us. But good. So you guys can hear us. So it's a little bit of an unconventional setup because as you guys might know, my laptop is down completely. Yeah. And but I'm in Ghana right now. And it's being repaired as we speak or diagnosed as we speak. We got Washington, D.C. in the house. We got Rome. We got Rome in the house. Wow. Rome, Italy. Nice. So my laptop is down. And so it's not easy dealing with that scenario. So we're making it work with other devices. We're on Kenya's iPad instead of my laptop. So, normally she'll have the iPad and she'll be looking at the comments. Now she's using her phone. And then we're live on 2 other devices. We're live on Instagram over there, TikTok over there, and then we're live on a bunch of different platforms here. And now we're live again. What is this?
That's our Ghana Gamble.
Ghana Gamble. All right, so go live. You're not live. You want to get all of us? It's going to have to be far enough back to get all of us in it, or you're going to have to do an angle like that from over there. You can lean it up against, lean it up against something we're not going to drink on.
I know, right?
Yeah. Will this work? As long as it doesn't push that back. All right, guys, so we're about to get started. So we got Anne-Marie Harding from London. We got Hinga from New York.
Hey. Hey. Nyade boa.
Anne-Marie Harding from London. Odie99 is from Cleveland, Ohio. Nice. And Anita's calling in, watching from Phoenix. All right, cool. So we got us all.
Oh, I feel like you said this at first, but you gotta sit on your leg.
Careful for that. Careful.
Yeah, don't knock that other thing off the table. You see the leg on the corner on the edge there.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it, bruh.
Yeah, I know you see it, bro. Sis. But I don't. It's already leaning off the edge there.
Wait, did you have the picking out?
Yeah, I'm gonna fix it. Don't worry, guys. So we're having some slight. Okay, we're good. We're good to go. Everyone's back. Everyone's here. We need to give some time for people to get in anyway. So we got Synovia. Shout out to Synovia from Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, Synovia?
Okay.
All right, cool. So we're live on the Ghana Gamble Instagram page now too, right?
Sure.
Yes, and we do this drink is distracting.
All right, the drink is distracting. All right.
There's a big, huge bottle of water here. First of all, shout out to our third co-host, Dre, who's not here tonight, but we're holding it down this evening.
Yeah, this is a Ghana Gamble Authentic African collaboration. Many of you have been asking the update. So, as you know, I'm here in Ghana with the folks from the Ghana Gamble. I'm staying on their property here, and at some point, you guys will get a chance to see what it looks like. But there's a piano in the back, there's a bass in the back, so there's a lot going on in here. You guys will get a chance to see it soon. In terms of the update on the bad news, so obviously my laptop is still not in my possession, but being here in Ghana, I was able to take it to an authorized Apple reseller, and they can do specific level of fixes to MacBooks. I did speak to a representative today. It's not looking good.
Oh,
They said it's still, yeah, he said it's still not turning on.
This is actually could happen.
I literally was like, this
Yeah.
is really reminiscent.
I went through all of this and sadly it was the motherboard.
Yeah, it looks like it might be that. Now, there is a potential to save it. If there's a potential to save it, I might likely try to do it in the States versus here with an actual Mac store, an Apple store. So, fingers crossed, but as of right now, it's still not turning on, and they've had it since, when did I get here? Wednesday. So they've had it since Thursday. It's Monday, and it's still not turning on. So, you know, that's the update, guys. So I still need to figure out what I'm going to do computing-wise, because, you know, I'm used to a keyboard. You know, this is what I'm used to using in a laptop, and as of right now, I don't have that. So I'll have to acquire one probably in the near future, which is not ideal.
Love tier.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's the update there. But part of why I'm here was, one, to visit these two, and two, to get the laptop fixed, and three, tomorrow I'm going to Migrate Culture Crossing to film their site and their an interview, Eric, and then I'm also going to Tanzania next. So anyway, that's enough about me. I'm here with two folks, so we want to talk about the Ghana Gamble podcast and what it's like for you guys here in Ghana. What I've seen as the differences between now living in Sierra Leone for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, May, June, July, August, September. 5 months in Sierra Leone straight, the longest I've ever been there. So we're just going to talk a little bit about that because it's been challenging, to say the least.
Because his updates about Sierra Leone were so long. It's only been 5 months, and I don't know why that makes me laugh sometimes.
There's so much, right? I gave Lisa some behind the scenes. The night I came, man, we caught up. We talked all about everything Sierra Leone related. It was a lifetime in 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. We covered a lot. But I think we can start with today and maybe work our way backwards. So I was on the Ghana Gamble podcast. Can we talk a little bit about the Ghana Gamble? Because I think it's important. It's a part of your overall story here. So let's talk about the Ghana Gamble. We were supposed to do a podcast together, the three of us. We weren't able to make it happen, but we do updates like this. But separately from that, you guys have begun the Ghana Gamble. So can we talk a little bit about
Basically,
that?
we found somebody else to replace you.
That's it.
Man, get to it.
Did y'all hear that?
Get
I've been
right
replaced.
We're gonna keep it real with you.
I've been replaced.
Because you decided that you wanted to be extra patriotic and go live in our home country of Sierra Leone.
Exactly.
And we said, you know what, we did our parts.
Mhm.
And so we've been split up, we've been separated.
I mean,
Yeah.
such a small village, Sierra Leonean American living in Ghana. When we
We
heard
really
that,
had a thing
it
going
was
on.
like the bat signal. It was like the Thundercat signal. We heard that for the first time. We were so excited, and then you ruined it.
Well, now I say Sierra Leonean American, now living in Freetown, Sierra Leone.
See how that doesn't sound like Ghana?
True.
So anyway, since you've been gone,
Since I've been gone.
we have started a podcast. It's myself, MASAH, and another American, an African American guy. His name is Dre. Shout out to you.
You're
Shout out to
replacement.
Dre.
Your replacement, yes. You met him today earlier at the.
I did, yes.
And so basically, we've just been doing a podcast about our lives in Ghana in general.
Mhm.
Giving people advice about moving to Ghana, living to Ghana, what to look out for, what to be prepared for, things like that. Try to be informative and entertaining.
We
Okay.
talk about everything. I mean, Ghana is still a developing country. It gets a lot of buzz. It gets a lot of PR. We've been pretty open about saying that there are very specific reasons why we're this close to Sierra Leone, but we didn't quite make it there,
Mhm.
and why we Tapana Ghana. But there's never a day when you wake up where you forget that you're in a developing nation.
Mhm.
Whether you're living on a beautiful compound and every morning you see a herd of cattle walking past your, I don't know where those cattle come from
Or where they go.
or where they're going, but they walk past the gate every day, like 20 of them, huge, massive cattle, horns and everything with their herder, and they're going somewhere through this city
Mhm.
to somewhere else in this city.
Right.
So there's never a time you forget that you're in Africa, but you know, it's just some small amenities that have caused it such that we have to just stay right here where we are and not push it, which is what I think you have done.
Push it to the limit.
To the limit.
Yes. Okay, fair. And so, so you talk about everything from dating to building and buying your house, starting a business, right, with Freetown Chop House, the restaurant that you're reopening this Saturday.
Mr. Kenye said the volume is kind of low.
Is the volume kind of low because we're too far away from the devices?
It has to be right.
Can we turn them up?
I mean, we could try to turn them up, but we got multiple devices. So we're on 4 devices right now, all of you, just so you guys know. 24 says, shout out to the beautiful ladies. Afro Carib says, no, that volume's all the way up.
It's all the way up, and this is all the way up?
Yeah, that was all the way up too.
Okay.
He's talking about here anyway.
Oh, okay.
So is there, the volume is down here?
No, it's on the top.
Yeah, no, I got a little nervous. Which one is it? This one?
What if you just turned it up?
Yeah, okay. So we'll just talk louder. Do you know which one it is? Can you see it?
Oh, it was way
Oh, it was way.
Let us know if that's better.
Our bad job.
Oh yeah, our bad.
It was all the way down.
That's actually Kenya's bad because this is her iPad. So we're just gonna blame it on her.
Who's been borrowing my iPad for the past few days? Because you ain't got no left. Okay.
So real quick. So Afro Carib says, watching from Canada, Jamaican here, who started following you while I was in Ghana in October 2021, left in 2023, returning in 3 weeks or so. Love your content, miss you in Ghana. Man, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm back though, I'm back.
That was a quite a stay. You almost made
Mr.
it
Kenye said, I
2
think the mic is an issue. Yeah, he did. 24, the lady makes a great point. You could be surrounded by Western luxury and hear a plethora of beeping sounds from the cars and the kekes. Yes. 24 says yes. Zenobia says yes, it could be the mic. 24 says, can you fix the volume? Can you fix the volume again, please? I thought we fixed the volume. I thought we did that.
No, I don't know what angle Moss was in the camera when she got to fix the volume.
Shout out Lenora. What's up, Lenora? You might have pushed.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah. Lady Red, please don't sit
I
down.
was wondering when she was that
Talk
close.
about baseball. Mr. KK. Mr.
24,
KK.
you please, I beg.
Yeah, I beg.
Please don't sit down on our account.
You did it.
Are these the Sierra Leone guys in the chat?
I don't know, this is Mr. KK. I don't know where Mr. KK is from, but Mr. KK is
Given
fresh.
midday man.
All right, so today we had a conversation about 2 different things. So I was on 2 different episodes, which will be coming out in the near future. The first one we did about my move, my decision to move to Sierra Leone, right? And what are some of the differences, right? And I guess I could talk about them here. We talked about why I decided to move. One of the questions you asked me today was, do I regret the move? And I don't regret the move, but there are definitely things that I miss about living here. You know, as was just described by these 2 ladies, we are in a country where you can surround yourself with amenities that are very much like the West, but you're reminded of being in West Africa, right? When I'm in Sierra Leone, I have less westernized amenities that I can surround myself with. And so that means that the day-to-day life is a little bit more challenging to deal with overall. 24 is asking about the volume again, but I'm wondering if he's asking about the volume because of who put the volume up and what that meant. I'm gonna need someone who has no vested interest in what it looks like
Can you hear us
to let us
now?
know if you can hear us over here on the devices I'm pointing to right here. Can you guys hear us? And I'll be the one to change the volume now, so you won't get what you're looking for.
Didn't really think about it.
Yeah. So you know, there are definitely challenges. I don't regret it.
He's from
The thing is, I was literally asking, you're either Minty or you're Nigerian, and that was gonna be
Okay.
It was
So
Nigerian.
so Mr. KK is a Nigerian. He's maybe a Yoruba angel. He may be a Yoruba angel.
I feel like we come from Nigeria a lot, so I really just defaulted to Sierra Leone because I didn't want the Nigerians to feel like I chose violence this early in the podcast or this early in the recording.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it.
A lot
You
of
know,
similarities.
just being an adult male, that's all. It happens. So yeah, I mean, those things are challenges, and I don't want to make it seem like I don't like my decision or I'm not happy with my decision moving to Sierra Leone, but it's definitely things that I miss.
Like what?
Yeah, like what?
Well, like I mentioned, the
Aside from
internet,
us.
of course, YouTube, access to internet, not having to worry about power outages. Power outages happen more infrequently here, way less frequent here than in Sierra Leone, by far. And so, those are some of the things I miss. Just the architecture,
Okay.
like infrastructure. There's much to be desired about the infrastructure in terms of roads here, but like the architecture is more pleasing to the eye. A lot of times done with better precision, different and better materials. Just sitting in the house that we're in right now, you guys see this thing over here. I don't know what this is.
It's a rope wall.
Rope wall, there you go. Custom made rope wall. Looks very nice. There's some marble countertops in here.
To be clear, our builders got flued in from
Sierra Leone.
Yeah,
So let's talk about that. Yeah.
correct. So,
But they found the materials here.
yes, yeah, definitely. They found the materials here.
So those are some of the things that I miss. Some of those things. But I'm excited to be able to work with your builder and your architect and stuff. Because there's a lot of things here that I see that I want to replicate in Salo.
No, truly, we get really excited. You're not the first person. There are a couple of, there's probably 2 or 3. I would say that y'all were skeptical of our decision because we found our builder from afar. And so I think you guys thought that we were going to be another horror story gone wrong. We've all heard it, right? Sending money back home to Sierra Leone for a house that never gets built. But something told us to trust this guy and his team. Young guy. He's not even 30 years old yet. Shout out to Ibrahim. Like, just amazing architect and visionary, just a bright mind in Sierra Leone. And something told us that we could trust him. Our father advised against us. We had you plus 2 other cousins who are building right now in Sierra Leone. They were just like, we have our own guys. Now, one by one, you guys are like, I need to call this guy. Yeah, because we done built 2 houses in the length of time it's taking you to. You're just now getting to wall heights. Just now getting to wall heights.
Just now boy squad
time. So you have house finished and both finished.
Let's also be clear, finances play a part in how fast your house gets built. That is true too.
It does.
But with the precision and the attention to detail, I think that's one thing that I think that you guys had, and you were able to kind of tell him your aesthetic.
Yeah.
And he went and found the things. So the contractor I have, if you see the light fixtures, it feels like we are in a casino in China. You know what I'm talking about?
Did they hit you with the LED light?
No, it's the one that comes out the wall with the like metal plate, the glass plate behind it with like crazy colors, and it's like an orange color. It's like,
no.
Yeah.
You didn't want to buy you before you put it
No, I just bought them. So, like for you guys, I'm looking at all the amenities in here, the light fixtures, the recessed lighting, the chandeliers, things like that. I'm like,
there is one light fixture around that we weren't the hugest fans.
And it threw me for a loop.
Well, it's 2, it's like a pair by a door.
And
They're outside.
I see what he was trying to do, but why, fam? Everything else was perfect. We would just walk in and like, oh wow, look at that amazing chandelier.
Yeah, he has like great taste.
Yeah, fantastic taste. And then
y'all should check him out on Instagram. It's Bramtech, BRAMTECH. I don't know if there's I think there's an underscore.
Hit us up.
Bramtech.
Yeah, if you're building in Sierra Leone or Ghana, I mean, we from the ground up built a house from the ground up in Bo, which is the second city in Sierra Leone.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, from the second city in Sierra Leone, built a house from the ground up, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths in 3 months. 3 months. 3 months to do that one. That was started in November, finished in February, and then they got flued out here to Ghana.
Wait, 3 months to finish the one that got the boat?
Break ground from dust to hand it over the keys in 3 months.
And what do you have? What's the structure that you have there?
It's a single family home, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths with an outdoor, we would say bafa or summer hut with an outdoor summer hut. I took an in or above ground swimming pool over there because I wanted them to do like some fancy wood around the above ground swimming pool. He's literally refusing to do it. That's also what I wanted him to do here. He refused to do it because
There's a swimming pool here, by the way.
it's in ground.
And a tennis court.
It's in ground. There is. It's in ground. He said that the above ground swimming pool would ruin his project, and so he insisted on doing it in ground. He does. But yeah, no, and it's a beautiful, beautiful property in Bo. So super excited about the work that he did there. Our family's never really had a home. We have a lot of land, but we've never had a comfortable home, such that we could go home for the holidays and feel comfortable being there for like weeks on end.
I think though, actually living in Ghana gave us a new perspective about a home in Africa, like what it could look like, what it could be. So right now, the home that we have in Bo stands out like a sore thumb, and people are like, "What kind of house did you come and build here?"
It's more like the
like
architecture here.
Yeah, here definitely.
Yeah, it stands out like this. I mean, well, people were calling it the White House until I decided to paint it gray. They were like the white, like you take it, not so much take it, but Okada. Arikano na white tools. We don't know white tools. That White House.
It's become a landmark.
I mean, this house even stands out because I got dropped off by an Uber like down there, and I just looked up and I could see the spot that I'm staying in above the security post. And I was like, okay, that's where it is. And I can see it from like all the way down there. So it definitely sticks out, but it's good. It looks really nice. You guys have like, anyway, we'll do a video. We'll walk you around here, but like there's a movie theater area, movie room area, whatever you want to call that. There's outdoor seating over here. There's 3 verandas. There's 3 main doors. There's, what is it, 15-foot ceilings? 12 feet ceilings?
Really tall.
12 feet ceilings in here. There's a kind of like a, what do you call this? An outside deck above the theater. There's a man cave size like / 1-bedroom studio above the security post. Like really well done. All the ideas I'm taking from my own place.
I don't want to go and see this.
We're gonna get the Joe's house and be like, this looks familiar.
It's an exact replica.
Ibrahim, you better say no to Duan.
It's an exact replica.
He wouldn't even do it. He prides himself on unique builds.
Yeah, he does.
So we have some new people joining. So Synovia says Summer Hut sounds nice. She's saying, where are you guys from in America, and are you guys related? I guess we haven't talked about that yet. So these 2 are from, what's that you want to say?
It's so hard to
I'm from Indiana.
It's easy for her to answer.
Okay.
I was moved to Indiana when I was 6 months old. I was born in Michigan.
Masa's from Indiana as well. We're not from Michigan.
But my birth certificate says Michigan.
Zenobia, yes, we are related. We're sisters.
Yeah, we were raised
slightly older than me.
Barely. Hardly older than her.
And in case you're wondering, I'm younger than both.
Nobody was wondering.
No, absolutely nobody was wondering.
Nobody was wondering. Anyway, no. So we were raised in Indiana.
Yeah.
Got sent to school in Sierra Leone for a couple of years. Back to Indiana. Went to college. For me, it was college and law school in Indiana. But then lived in Chicago for almost. Well, for me, it was for my whole adult life.
I lived in Chicago for about 5 years.
Yeah. So it depends on who's asking. When people ask us where we're from, you could get
That definitely.
You could get Indiana, you could get Chicago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we're from. Midwest.
She said Summer Hut sounds like. I like that too. I picked that up here in Ghana. They call it Summer Hut.
Thank you, because I'm over here like Bafa, Sports Barry, Barry.
Right.
Salon version. Word.
24 asked if we have a YouTube channel.
So I put it there, the Ghana Gamble.
No, but wait, I actually do have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I have been very unserious about posting, but I want you guys to follow anyway. It is Kenya Sounds Foreign on YouTube and on Instagram.
Yes.
So follow me. I've been at 98 followers for like a long time. If I get to 100, I'm going to post my first video.
What? Is that backwards or?
It is backwards. So subscribers, by the way, is what she's saying.
100
That's how
subscribers.
unserious she is about
100
YouTube.
subscribers and I'll post my first video.
So 100 followers and I'll post my first
Oh.
Nice one. And
I'm new to the YouTube stream.
Masa, we're actually live on your other channel, by the way.
My other
From the last time we went live?
I included it on.
Oh, Pepe Soup?
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. Another defunct channel. You guys, but check out the content on Pepe Soup and tell us if you want more. So Pepe Soup was our little brainchild from COVID shutdown. You know, everybody thought that they were a content creator. We jumped on that bandwagon and really just spilled the tea about my multiple marriages and subsequent divorces as an African girl. So that's Pepper Soup. Might get back to it, but in the meantime, follow us on Ghana Gamble. The Ghana Gamble on Instagram, and then the Ghana Gamble YouTube channel where we're just talking about all things Ghana, all things life here as a diasporan, as a Sierra Leonean American living here, because there are big differences between Sierra Leone and Ghana, not just in some of the things that you described, like the electricity and the water supply and all of that, but just, personality-wise and the vibes in Ghana and Sierra Leone are much different. So, yeah, Ghana Gamble, follow us there if you want to know about our very specific Sierra Leonean American perspective on living in Ghana as foreigners.
Yeah, and if you want to see the episode where I dive deeper into more personal things that I don't necessarily talk about in the platforms here, if you want to hear more about that, I was a little uncomfortable. I had to sit up a little bit. So that was an interesting discussion. I kept my shades on for that one. So that was episode 2 we did today about dating, differences between dating in Sierra Leone and Ghana. We got into some things. We talked about some things. So if you guys are very curious about that, and you guys ask me a lot on this platform, but because of the audience I'm looking to curate and the content that I need to produce for that particular audience, I don't touch much on dating on this platform. But if you ever want to hear about what it's been like for me, you can always jump over to an interview that I might do, especially with these 2 young ladies. Because we know each other very well, very comfortable. So
you spill all the tea.
Yeah, it's like when you sit with Oprah, you know what I'm saying, and you just start telling her everything. It's like that.
So we're as good as Oprah.
Anyways.
Don't do that. You sitting with Diane Sawyer, Margaret Walter.
That's what you've been saying, and Connie Chung.
So I know
you mix of all of the greats.
I know you spilled the tea. I know you spilled all
That's
the tea.
That's why I said it's more like Wendy Williams.
Okay. Anyway, Sierra Leonean women in particular who have been wondering about this one right here. We got all the information for you on the Ghana Gamble.
Information was given. Madre is calling on my phone over there. I have to call her back.
What's your mom's name?
Joya Davies.
Joya. I've always liked that name.
Davies, that's a very popular name.
Very Sierra Leonean.
Creole.
Yes, correct.
Shout out to the Davies of the world.
Correct.
Shout out to all of you. I know a few. Okay, so there's a couple of comments and whatever questions. All right, the YouTube channel we put, Africa Emerge says, hello fam, I'm watching from Florida. What's up?
Stay safe out there. There's always something going on.
What?
In Florida.
In Florida.
Got some wild.
Florida and the Bronx is the wildest people in America. Highly favored says, good evening, host and guest. Good evening, highly favored. 24 had a great question. What tribe are you in?
Wait, we're gonna ask the Sierra Leoneans. We're gonna check your street cred. Sierra Leoneans. My name is MASAH.
Okay.
Her name is Kenye. What tribe are we? Sierra Leone. Oh, okay.
Oh, Ibrahim's calling
Oh, Ibrahim is calling.
The architect is calling.
That's very interesting. Ibrahim, I'll call you back.
So I'm interested to see you guys guessing. Well, I mean, somebody already.
Somebody said their name. They said it very confident.
They did.
You know what? That's right. That's correct. We are Monday in 5. Who's Africa Emerge? Shout out to you.
Eleanor's in there second, quick jumped in
there.
Quick.
Exactly.
No other guesses? Anyway.
I think they already know because you guys have been on and have stated that. For those of you who've been watching for a while, you see me on with these 2, you know what tribe they are. And we are sort of related, sort of kind of. Distant relatives. Okay, Ghana Gamble episode 3 screen avatar is looking interesting. Lady on bros, Joe's right. Wait, I don't know. I didn't know you get down like that. Oh, okay.
Oh, that was mine. That was the Nutty December episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like abs.
Highly favored.
Guilty.
Okay. So I don't even know. I guess I'll have to check it out. I didn't see that one yet.
It's a picture from 2019 when I was here for your return. That's December.
Kenya was peppering us.
Yeah. It was purely to pepper the people that didn't come. Don't worry. It was the pepe. I don't really get down like that all the time.
Okay.
It was for the pepe.
Africa Emerge said I dated a Mende when I lived in the DMV.
How'd that go?
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Changed your life, huh?
Sure.
Joe, don't do it.
I'm Mende, you know what I'm saying? Partly Mende. I have all the best tribes of West Africa in one. You guys didn't know. I think I might have mentioned this before, but it came up today. I have Mende, of course. That's kind of what I rep most. And Creole. But we have some Liberian, which I don't know which tribe in Liberia, so I'm just saying Liberia. We have some Yoruba. I'm a Yoruba angel, as I mentioned before. 12.5% Yoruba. I also have Mandingo, 25%.
Oh, you did your ancestry.
No, I just know my mom's dad, my dad's mom is from Guinea and Mandingo. Boom. My mom's dad was half Yoruba, so that makes me 12.5% because she was 25%. I just didn't like that.
Come on, man. Okay.
I don't really do math in public, but I sat down and wrote it all down.
Okay.
Mathematics.
Yeah, I did it on paper. So anyway, those are the tribes. All right, so yeah, many tribes, the best ones in West Africa, all of the above. Which is probably why I don't have the common Sierra Leonean look, because I have other tribes that are.
That's probably why you want to give all the ladies a chance from all the tribes.
Wow, sirs.
Who said that?
Ladies
You said that.
love cool
You
Joe.
guys said
I
that.
said that. Yeah.
I'm a very serious person. I'm focused on business and business only. You know what I'm saying? One thing I'll say to you all out there, one thing that's really important to remember, okay? You will never lose women chasing money, but you will always lose money chasing women. So stay focused, my friends. 24 says, I'm 100% Creole, which means I'm 0% certain of where my ancestors
Where-
Oh,
came from.
man.
That's the kind
Well, you know that they came from Nova Scotia
Well,
at some point in their life.
but before that is the question, and that's a good question.
Do your African ancestry.
If you do that, it'll at least give you that. You know what I'm saying?
But what would suck is if you did it and you found out you were like in Golden. Like something just that had nothing to do with Sierra Leone. And all this time you was over there thinking you might be
I'm gonna
Tony.
do it myself, even though I know that I'm Monday.
If I had
I just want to see.
There's definitely going to be
What it
mixes
says,
and
yeah,
other
for
things.
sure.
You know, they're trying, because the Mende tribe derived from a larger Mandingo tribe,
Yeah.
derived from a larger Mende tribe even further back. So it probably is going to, there's probably going to be Mali in there somewhere.
Mali will be in there.
I'd like to. I'm curious to see. I'm gonna do it one of these days.
One of these days. Do it for, thank you, do it for us.
I'll do it for the team.
We appreciate it.
I may have to do it for my team, because I don't know if anybody in my family is going to do it. All right, so we talked about dating in the second episode. That was pretty crazy. So if you guys want to know more about my personal dating life, if that's interesting to you all,
Trust me, it's interesting.
you will have to check out the episode of Ghana Gamble where we talked about it. I think even Dre was a little shocked, right?
Dre was trying to have your back at first, and he was like, "Now wait a minute."
You lost him at a certain
No,
point.
he had my back. He was just like, wow, I didn't know.
You lost him at a certain point.
I don't lose people.
Okay.
Dre was stunned into silence for the latter half of the interview. He was like, we tried to tell you about this dude. Nah, Joe, you're our homie.
You know what the thing is this, I approach everything with my 100% effort. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I'm very big on having a pipeline of prospects based on my needs and their needs, right? And in some cases, what ends up happening is some you close and they're around for a while, others you don't. It's like sales, you know what I'm saying? In some cases,
a pipeline.
I just heard what you just said.
It's
I
like
just took me a
sales.
second to process.
it's like
Did
sales.
you say some you close and others you don't?
I'm still in.
Sometimes you're not.
pipeline.
Sometimes your services and someone's demand for those services don't actually align. You know what I'm saying?
So you.
Sometimes you don't align. Sometimes you do. And when you align, you pursue. When you don't, you don't. I think what you guys hear a lot about is the whole thing, all the prospects. It doesn't always end up being a situation where we close. It's just people that I might be talking to. You understand? Just conversations out there in the world. And it's just interesting sometimes. So I express the interesting nature of those discussions. That's all. Just conversations that are happening out there in the world. That's all that's happening. These are just cold calls or warm introductions. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually become something. It's just a lot of conversations. It's just they're interesting. You
You
know?
know who I want to give a shout out to?
What do you want to give a shout out to?
First of all, hey gamblers.
Hey,
Thanks
gamblers.
to all the gamblers. Gamblers, we are rocking and rolling. Like 5 episodes in, we have so many more to come between now and the end of the year. But I want to give a shout out to the Sierra Leonean women who out here loving Sierra Leonean men.
No.
I want to give a shout out to the Sierra Leonean women who choose violence.
Yes, you said.
Una dem biak twisten.
Which means what? Explain.
Well, first of all, to biak is to bear and like suffering, right? So they bear suffering. So just as a slang, be like, oh, then Beatrice, like you really,
Like a clever.
yeah, just a clever slang of Beatrice.
You're a bearer.
You bear a lot of pain and suffering on this road to happily ever after. Because it's gonna be forever after with the Sierra Leonean man.
It's gonna be after forever.
It's gonna be after forever. You know what I'm saying? Like if you
Happy
want,
after forever.
if you want to be forever married, you're gonna be forever married. You might be a stepmom in your own marriage once or twice. Say you won't be. Say that's not a
I'm not
common
disputing
thing.
that. I'm not disputing that.
You will be a stepmom in your own marriage, but you'll be married forever. You know, so it's just about what's most important to you. But you know, just shout out to them, be active, say, oh, now it them because my God.
Yes.
Wow.
So African Emerge says, my dad is Fula, my mom is Mandingo. Shout out to that combination. That is a Guinea combination. That's like Fula are not necessarily from Guinea, but there are a lot of Fula in Guinea. And I would imagine they probably are.
So you from
Guinea.
Cambia.
Yeah.
If you're Sierra Leonean, you're from the Cambia district.
24 says, talking about Sierra Leone women, can you tell me something about Limba women?
Limbo women.
I feel like they get sucked into Mende culture.
Interesting.
You hear like a lot of like, oh, Limba Banana, Limba Mende. Like, they just kind of get.
I can say that I've never heard anything bad about
Proper Sierra Leone experience. Talking about authentic African 24/7. I'm in Ghana and the lights are on at my location. No, guys. It wasn't a power outage.
It's not. We're not gonna be done like that today.
It's not. It wasn't a power outage. Why doesn't this work? I know. Every time I try to turn it, it shows upside down either way. I can only do it this way. All right. So let's just do it this way. But we're back. They are back. So we're back, guys. It wasn't a power outage. It was a device unable to keep charge. But we're back. Can you guys? Can you guys hear us?
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh, okay.
That was better, but turn in, it's turned down.
No, this way.
No, that way. Yeah.
All right. Can you see us all now? Are we all back?
Oh, 24/7 we look better. Well, good. It's all a part of our
Well,
business.
you said you look better because there's more of you that you can see.
Oh, right. You're right. It wasn't
It was neck up before. Now it's full body.
that.
But we're back. We're back. So, unfortunately, I cannot type responses to you guys. We can see what you say. I can't put your responses on the screen unless I'm all the way up to the screen and do it.
They said knowledge seekers, so they should get a generator for the generator, basically back up the back.
No, it wasn't a generator. It wasn't a generator. It was the device that we were on right now. So we're back on another device. Okay, so we talked about the Ghana gamble. We talked about Freetown Shop House opening back up this coming
Oh, they
Saturday.
said the volume is breaking up.
Audio sounds janky.
You're breaking up? Well, yeah.
Joe, let me go get my laptop.
I mean, I still gotta log into your laptop once you bring it. So 5 minutes. Well, you bring
Well,
it.
we can still be on here.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it. I guess we can do that. See if this works. Let me know if you guys can hear me right now. Sorry about that. Excuse me. So let's talk about Freetown Shop House opening back up. So let's talk about why it's closed and then let's get back.
We actually never officially closed it. It kind of just happened because we were doing this house building project. And after a while, we just decided to focus on one thing at a time. But we also found a new location for Freetown Shop House.
Okay. You want to tell everyone where it is?
Sure. It is on Ring Road Central in Accra. So now we're like in the heart of Accra. We started off East Legon Hills in the Accra area. Then we decided to try out Osu. We happened to already have a space in Osu. We didn't get it for the restaurant, we got it for something else. But just in order to try out another side of town, move the restaurant over there. But we had already had that space for some time. And that lease was about to be up. And so we found something that was more suitable for the restaurant. But did find out that it is better to be over there on that side of town.
Nice. They're saying the audio is not clear. I know, I'm sorry guys. We're talking to you on another device that we log back in from. I'm gonna try to log in from MASAH's computer in just a moment here. Okay, so I have to log in to my email. Okay, do you have Chrome? Sorry. So let's see.
Yeah.
Open a new browser so I can log into my email. So I can open a new tab, but usually it's already once you're in one browser, every tab you open is logged into one. You know what I'm saying? So like when I go to log into Gmail, it's gonna okay, so you just mentioned the audio is better when you closer to the screen. There's an echo in the back when you move away.
Unfortunately, we all can't get close to the screen.
Yeah, we don't get that much closer to the screen because you won't be able to see us. For some reason, the camera doesn't want to work.
There's an echo when you sit back there.
Okay, so we're about to log in.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while though. It's not an about kind of thing because I don't have my password right now offhand. It's on other devices. So let me just try to see if I can get us a better layout. Like I'm trying to do the wide layout, and for some reason it shows up upside down every time I turn it. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's a little wider, so we can move a little closer. All right.
Testing.
Is this a little bit better? Can you hear us better now? Both my parents are from Kabbalah. Nice. Can you guys hear us better now?
I heard that's a very magical place.
A lot of mysticism happening there.
Mysticism, that's it. Juju. Oh, Lauren said much better. Okay, great.
Much better.
So
So
we
you guys
don't
can
need
hear
to
us.
log into the computer?
Yeah, so I mean, Lenora said yes, you can hear us. I mean, we lost like 6 people just in that audio
Sorry,
challenge.
guys. Hey, this is after TIA. This is after.
So Zenobia says you can hear us better, and it looks better too. I like this layout. This is good. This is good. We're closer
That's
to
a good picture.
we're closer to the light. Yeah. Does somebody want to screen? Nicely done. Does somebody want to screenshot this image right here and send it to us?
Just posing.
So we just posed. So if anybody wants to send it to us, thank you. Anybody wants to send that to us, thank you very much. So we're gonna put this away.
Okay.
Because finding my Gmail password is a mission anyway. And it's on one of those devices, so I'd have to find the device. So as long as you guys can hear me, we're good. We're good. And we got all 3 people in view here. We can do a little bit of this. Oops. There we go. We got all 3 people in view here. All people in view there. All people in view here. Cool. So pretty and handsome. Thank you, Zenobia. Appreciate it.
Oh, thanks.
Gas us up. Gas us up.
Yeah. We like the compliments. All right. So anyway, we don't have that much more time to take up, guys. So we talked about Freetown Shop House opening back up this Sunday. You've gone through 2 locations. You now have the 3rd location, which is the perfect location. 3rd time's the charm. What kind of food do you make at Freetown Shop House? We haven't talked about that too much.
Authentic Sierra Leonean cuisine. Chef's kiss.
So Sierra Leonean food is similar to Ghanaian food. It's very similar to Ghanaian food. Like West African food, generally speaking, you're going to see a lot of overlaps. If you had to describe Sierra Leonean food with broad strokes, we eat a lot of white rice with greens. That's our bag. So, of course, everybody knows okra, although I don't know that Ghanaians eat rice and okra. They eat fufu and okra.
That's why you always confuse me when you say it's very similar to Ghanaian.
It is similar. I'm talking about like West Africa, period. Like everybody would describe their food as a rice or a fufu or some kind of starch, yams or something like that.
Yeah, but in Ghana, they actually don't eat rice and stew that much.
Okay, so I'm getting there. It is similar to Ghanaian food. It's not dissimilar. Like West African food, generally speaking, there is a theme in West Africa. We just use different spices, and we really default to rice. Rice with something on top of it, more than fufu, more than jollof, like how they eat jollof that has no stew on top of it necessarily. So it's just like orange flavored rice. We like a rice with something on top of it. So you're gonna get authentic Sierra Leonean food: cassava leaf, petete leaf, okra, beach, granat soup, all these foods, everything that goes with fufu. So you're gonna get Sierra Leonean cuisine, and then plus akara, beach akara, fry, which is like fried fish, fried plantains, fried akara, fried sweet potato with like gravy on top. Just overall deliciousness. So yeah, that's what we have at Freetown Shop House. Just a little taste of home if you are away from home and you don't want to eat and just everywhere, every day, Ghana jollof. No shade, but Sierra Leone did just win.
I meant to bring that up earlier.
As always.
Sierra Leone did just win. Here in Ghana.
Okay.
What was that radio station you brought up earlier?
Joy FM.
Okay, yeah, they had a Jollof wars. Who I'm tired.
They had a jollof
They had a
war.
jollof wars the other day.
There were
And
7
what did you
countries.
say?
Sierra Leone.
Seven countries.
Right here in Ghana. Ghana actually
It
came
was
in
7 or 8.
fourth in that competition.
They tied for 4th, so I feel like that might have been a pity for it.
Sierra Leone won, and I think they said Gambia came second.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's Senegal, Gambia, Sierra Leone.
They tied with Senegal for fourth.
Yeah.
I was surprised that Senegal got fourth as well.
Wow, that's new.
Bottom line is Sierra Leoneans can cook. That's our best.
You know what? This makes a difference. Sierra Leoneans can cook, and we're not going to waste food. So our friend who was there, who was helping the Sierra Leone contestant, she said that the rice, because they provided all the food,
Okay.
the rice that they gave them wasn't necessarily ideal rice for cooking jollof.
Okay.
But she knew the tricks to make it work.
The rice wanted to cook.
The rice almost tried to
It almost tried to cook.
but she said, I know exactly what to do. We won't say here what you have to do.
Okay.
To fix
You know.
the rice, you know.
Yeah, the rice wanted to make some kind of watery way. But we Sierra Leoneans, we will never carry last, number 1, and number 2, we'll never waste food.
We'll never waste a pot.
So we pulled the win out, just like we did in Oakland, like we did in Miami, like we have done in Toronto, like we've done in London, like we've done in DC multiple times. We just everywhere we go, we just get our these things. But people act like they can't point us out on the map, but I bet you can recognize our jollof in a contest.
I mean, that's it. We're much smaller than everyone else, but our food just works better on the jollof side. You know what I'm saying?
On the every side.
Yeah.
Mr. Kenye, akara, yes. Akara, you're familiar, you're Nigerian. You know what akara is? Yeah. The rice cake.
It's like a rice cake, yeah. Rice akara. There's a beach akara, which is bean cake.
It's also beans akara.
So Synovia says, I've been to Ghana a couple times. I like the nightlife. Yes, don't we all? It's good. Lenora says, I like the food.
It's delicious.
Yes. Mollywood Talk says, this man always have some fine ladies around. Respect, brother.
He's a dangerous guy, honestly.
Ginger.
I no comments. Okay. So we talked about what Freetown Top House has. We talked about what you guys talked about on the Ghana Gamble. You guys talked at length about your experience living in Ghana on the Ghana Gamble. So we don't need to spend too much time here. You guys can watch that there. Is there anything that we haven't talked about today that you want to mention to the group before we bring this thing to a close?
Diamond Alliance Realty.
Oh yes.
So our real estate development company. We are working hand in hand with Tech. And we've had projects now in Sierra Leone and in Ghana, and we are open for business, open for customers. I mean, like this on a serious note, we've all heard like horror stories. You know, like our African version of the Bernie Madoff scandal are family members who have lost their life savings or their hard-earned 401k because they're sending money back home for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and you get home and there's not even a foundation. Mm-hmm. Right? Like sent it to close trusted relatives, and the pictures they were sending you was somebody else's house, right. You know? And so we really are excited about offering this experience and offering this like concierge real estate development opportunity to African Americans, particularly those in our generation who just want to be able to come home and have a home to come to. You don't want to have to stay at Pearl Hotel. You don't want to have to stay in Freetown if your home is actually in Vogue just because there's no comfortable accommodation. So we're really excited about that. Diamond Alliance Realty. We'll put the link about where you can find us on Instagram, and you can contact us for any of your real estate needs in Sierra Leone or Ghana.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I think we've covered 3 companies. You also have an ebook.
I do have an ebook. So I'm a lawyer by day. That's my day job, remotely in the US. And so, but for me, like my passion and the reason why I moved to Ghana was because of single motherhood. Single motherhood in the United States, do not recommend. It's expensive, it's stressful, it's lonely, it's difficult. And so for me, moving to Ghana with my little girls was a life hack. Like it changed the way that I lived with parents simply because of the team that you can afford to put and like to surround and gird your children. So I wrote an ebook about all things moving to Ghana. It's the single parents guide, or really the single mother's guide, but it applies across the board.
the Single Mother's Guide to Moving to Ghana, for parents who want to relocate with their children and are wondering about school and about activities and lessons and, you know, just the cultural adjustment for your children. For me, hands down, best decision I ever made. And so any parents I can help, particularly single mothers that I can help in making that transition, they can find my book on Amazon, and I guess we'll put the link there as well.
Yeah, so you'll get in the replay. It's gonna be tough to do it in the comments because you can't put links in comments or in the live chat. So it'll be in the replay notes. So just go back to the replay on YouTube or on Instagram or wherever you'll see it.
Mr. Pinkney says over here is a beef fried cake. Surprised you're not there also. Well, it is a beef fried cake in Sierra Leone as well. We have bean or beach akara, as we call it in Sierra Leone, and rice akara, which is rice akara. So you can make it with rice, flour, or with beans, but it's the same thing. Now I have something. I've actually started another little business venture. Literally what they call
Serial entrepreneur.
It's just, but you know, you get over here and you do doing things. You're like, this is totally business. I'm tired of doing it for free. Mine is, I started a travel concierge business. I'm not really into tours, like hosting a tour for like a large group of people, but I really am into planning things individually for people. So like making custom made itineraries for whatever it is that you're coming to Ghana for, whether it's like a birthday, anniversary, you know, a little small group trip, family vacation. I love to put together custom itineraries for little travel concierge services like airport pickup, transfer, bookings for different outings and tours and whatnot. So if you're coming to Ghana by yourself or with a small group of people and you need assistance planning the itinerary, I'll let that figure out.
Boom. So we got an ebook, we got a travel concierge.
I'm a mom consultant.
Mom consultant, there you go. You got a real estate development company, a restaurant. Have we missed anything else? I think we've covered it. Right?
Well, no, there are other things.
There's others.
It just, you know, it's exhausting because we don't like to brag.
It's enough.
That's enough for now. The point is when you get to Africa, all of your, you know, creative juices will get flowing because you see so many holes in the marketplace. And so if you're inclined towards entrepreneurship, you can really get caught up in a lot of different businesses. But those are the main businesses that I would say like are Africa facing. Yeah. The other ones are outward facing, things that we're producing, you know, and selling abroad.
There you go. All right, cool. So a couple things. So 24 says starting an LLC and SL seems complicated. It's not that complicated. I skimmed your email, 24. Let me get back to you because I think it depends on who you have doing it for you. Of course, if you're paying someone to do it, they're going to make it seem more complicated than it is because they want to ensure that you pay them for their services. Is it more complicated than it should be? Yes, but is it complicated as what I read? I don't think so. So let me get back to you on that. 24 says, well done on your ebook. I could swear I've seen other platforms put link in the chat. The link won't be in the chat. The link will be in the replay. Can you run a business in Sierra Leone without living in Sierra Leone? No. No, you should not run a business without living in Sierra Leone.
You can call it a charity. It's a place where you go to deposit your money for the person who's managing your business to spend it on themselves. You can do that.
Yeah.
Not any kind of for-profit business. No, that's not a thing.
Yeah, the only way you can do it is if you spend a significant amount of time and you can actually put systems in place. But I know people who have had, like, let's say clothing stores, and in general, they don't even have to worry about people stealing. The problem is if you want the quality of customer service that you can provide, you are going to need to be there. That's just what it's going to come down to.
That's running this restaurant here.
Yeah, which is exhausting. If you have to show up to a restaurant all day, every day, aren't you just a waiter or a waitress? Like, it's difficult. You don't want to have to do that as a restaurateur necessarily, but it's necessary.
Customers to have all these services.
Right.
Africa.
And you know, one thing I thought, Lenora and I spoke today, and she gave some really good advice. One of the things she said is, if you have, Blocking you in it. One of the things she said, and this is about to shut up, but that's all right. We'll catch you guys on the next Instagram. One of the things she said was two things. One, pop up without letting them know. Really, really good, because you want to see, and she did this in the military. It's a really good point. Pop up without anyone knowing, because you don't want them to know you're coming. You want to see how they really are. And then also, when you pop up, you don't always have to let them know every time you popped up and they didn't see you pop up, or somebody you said as a spy or whatever. But you always want to make sure they're always going to be on point. They're going to be thinking like, I don't know if they're going to pop up, so I need to always be on point. So that's something you should absolutely do. Pop up. It's a really good point. I've done that once or twice on my property. And when you pop up there and you see like what's going on, you're like, hey, you know, people will like, you know, they get back in their P's and Q's. So definitely a good point.
What we found with our employees is that just people aren't on their P's and Q's because they don't know the P's or the Q to be on. Like there's just literally like not a concept sometimes of like the kind of customer service that we're used to in the United States. You can say whatever you want to say about the Western world, but what we do know and what we do have figured out is a way to make people feel comfortable spending money.
Yeah.
It's a way to make you feel comfortable spending money. And here, what we have found is just the modest culture, that reticence to be confrontational, it really permeates itself in non-confrontational situations. Like, I'm just here to, well, I came here to spend money because it's a restaurant. I knew that money was required. And even just asking you whether or not you want the check, asking you whether or not you want a refill on your water or any drink at all when you sit down, asking, you know, just putting the menu in front of you. Like, it's like there's a culture of wanting to stay in the background and be as quiet as possible that doesn't really translate into good customer service. So yeah, for us in the industry or service industry, it's not even we want them to stay on their P's and Q's. We want them to understand that there is a P and a Q, and you need to first of all start on there and then stay on there. Yeah, it's been a struggle.
Yeah, so great question. So you guys have already said what the last thing it was. We've had a long day. We started early. We were supposed to start recording at 9 a.m. right? 10 a.m.
It was supposed to be 9.
It's supposed to be 9 a.m.
On the way there, they told us 9 wasn't gonna work.
So we prepared to start at 9 a.m. Then we did start at 9 something p.m. So with that, guys, we've now done a little over an hour. I want to thank you guys for watching. I got an early morning tomorrow and a long day. We all have some things to do. So if you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the replay. Do not put them in the live chat. If you have any questions beyond this very moment, go back and click on the replay and type in your comments there. If you liked this episode, hit the thumbs up. Make sure while you're watching right now, everybody hit the thumbs up at this very moment right now before you jump off. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Also, share this with anybody you know who's planning on moving to Ghana or moving to Sierra Leone. There's always insight that they can glean from these kinds of conversations. You never know how one thing that was said 20 minutes into it can change their whole perspective, right? So make sure you share this with them. And with that, guys, oh, there's a few things people are saying. Let's get this. So, Synovia says, thank you for the information, guys.
It was our pleasure. You're welcome. Thanks for tuning in.
24 said, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Back at you.
Synovia says she hit the thumbs up. Lenora says, good night.
Lenora.
Good night, Lenora.
They're so polite.
Well, because they're a reflection of who I am and the content I create.
Oh, that's right.
Knowledge Seeker said adios. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. Okay, Jerry Campbell says done. As always, thank you, Joe, and special thanks to the ladies. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye,
Thank you for watching. Bye, guys. See you guys.
It's been real.